Hey there everyone, welcome to episode 284 of the Building in Public series. Today is our Thursday update. We've got a bit of an interesting update for you guys today. It's been an absolutely manic day, so I do apologize that the episode's a bit late, but hopefully when I show you what's been going on, you'll have an idea of why it's been so mental. So pretty much our plan of attack today was nice and simple. We were essentially meant to be templating a website today for a company called Plum Chum. And what I was meant to do today was showcase the process from start to finish. Now, this recording here that you're seeing is about, I think it's about an hour long, condensed into about 5 minutes. And basically, what my goal for the episode today is to show you the process of making a website from start to finish. Now, the only problem with that is that it's currently 8 p.m. and we haven't built the rest of the site yet. So basically, this episode will probably be a long one because it's going to be a cut between voiceovers like this and me actually working on the rest of the pages. Because you can see here, we got the homepage, but essentially the plan of attack is we've got another, like, I think 7 different pages. So you can see here, we're making the homepage, the services page, the About Us page, the gallery, and, etc., etc., etc. And yeah, hopefully in this episode I can showcase most of that. Basically, what you're seeing here is the process where we're essentially gathering template kits and we're just trying to decide on a design. Now, the interesting part about this process is we didn't actually end up choosing any of the template kits. We actually ended up designing it ourselves. So we tried to look at plumber websites, see what they could give us, but we couldn't really find anything. We kind of tried to settle on this type of style of this website, but you'll see here now it just didn't really play the part that we wanted it to. So, like, for example, it doesn't look the part. Like, if I get my webcam off, like you can see here, it's just, I don't know, it looks a little bit old school, a bit more, I don't know, like basic, if you will, you know? And yeah, pretty much what we sort of ended up doing was making our own template from scratch, and this is what you're going to see here. And then hopefully, once this part has been recorded, I can show you the next part, which will be us building the rest of the site. Now, this is where the long part of the video will probably come in because I'm going to try and show it to you through a Loom video, which means that I'm going to try and do it completely unedited, and I'm going to talk you through that part as well. But you can see here in a nice sort of like overlay sequence, we are building out this part of the site, that the main part that we built, and essentially what you're going to see by the end of this is where we got up to. Right now, obviously, this kind of leaves us behind schedule a little bit, but that's hopefully, like I said, and I keep repeating myself, what we're going to show you by the end of this video is a finished product. And yeah, let's see, how long have we got left of it now? Not too long. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, this process was pretty cool. It's going to be interesting to see what we kind of finish on. But I think, to be honest, what we've done here, like what we've envisioned, if you will, I think kind of shows, a professional type of website, like especially based on the templates that we had and everything. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm quite happy, even if it is just the start of a hero section. And yeah, pretty much that's like I said, pretty much what we got up to. We didn't really add anything other than that, except for like the mobile side of it and the accreditations and stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transition myself back to this for a second, and yeah, I'm going to see you guys in a sec through a Loom video. So yeah, thank you guys for this part, for sticking with me this long, and yeah, I'll see you in a sec. Bye now. Alright then guys, back on the Loom now a second. So essentially what we're going to do now for the rest of this video is we're going to finish off these pages here. So we need to finish off the home page here because we haven't actually finished off that section, and then basically we're just going to list off these pages and just give them a basic template for now, and then that's going to be us finished then for the night, and hopefully the video will be finished as well. So without further ado, let's get started. First things first, I'm going to drop you down here out the way just so you can see me while we're going through the site. So first things first, get rid of all these tabs, and then let's make a start. So this homepage here, obviously, as I was mentioning in the video, this is sort of where we ended up. So we basically have the menu at the top, we have the request a quote section, and we have the accreditations alongside the welcome message. Now, basically, the plan of attack is we're going to make this a bit more interactive. So if I go HTML tag a link like that, I should be able to add a hover animation on here, or is it, okay, hold on. In here, hover, and then we'll make that shrink. So we have that effect, nice, yeah. And then same with that one as well. Hover, shrink, so we got that, and that one as well. Hover, shrink, boom, 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 and then that one as well. Hover, shrink, so we have that animation style, nice. Now, what I might do here is I might make, no, we'll leave that font for now. Right, so what we're doing, guys, pretty much the long and short of it is we have a website structured here for sections, testimonials, call to action, stuff like that. And pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to be building this out, and we're going to run with it and see how it goes. So first things first, we're going to start with the services bit because we have the welcome bit here, and then we're just going to duplicate this and then go into services. So our services, does it have anything? No, it doesn't. It just has that. So if I get rid of that, get rid of that divider, and then what we're going to, back, get rid of that divider. There we go. And then we're going to see if Elementor has any good service sections. Let's see. So the interesting part about this is that the client doesn't actually have any images to attach to it yet. So what we're going to do for now, I think, is we're just going to add basic like holding pages, I think, like holding services. I think that's the best thing to do. So if I just go, actually, you know what? Let's use that, I think. See what it looks like. So if we grab them, yeah, nice. So if I go with that, and then if I throw that in there, and I should be able to copy and paste. Yeah. And then duplicate. No, maybe wrong one. Back. Right, let's go here. Where are we? There. So if I copy that, paste that in, nice, there we go. So then what I would probably do here, because it just seems a bit too bright, I'm going to try and add a bit of color on it just to give the sections a bit of a difference. Do we try it on like a lighter blue? Maybe that. Yeah, maybe run with that. Yeah, I think that'll be fine for now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring these sections to the top. So if we click here, right. There, yeah, so it's down by 100 like that. And then we're going to go through these sections one by one and tidy them up, make them not so yellow. So we'll do black, and then if I get rid of that, basically we're going to design this out now, and then we're going to make it nice and simple. So make that black, make that, do they actually have anything else in here? So what have they got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What has this got? So if I save that, and let's see, save that as well. What I might do actually, might do a bit of a different approach and throw an icon in there or an image in there like that. And then what we'll do is we'll throw, say, this in, and then like that maybe, because it adds Adds a bit of color to it, I think. I think that's a good idea. And then we'll do that. Get rid of the description. And then does this. So the interesting thing about this is ChatGPT didn't actually have the didn't have descriptions to these services. They just had the service names. So if I just throw that in there like that, and then if we make that bigger, yeah, like that. And if I just duplicate, there we go. And then how many is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 5. So if we do like that, that should fit relatively nicely. And if we get rid of that, let's have a look here. Center. Yeah, see, this is an interesting. So this is one part of the build that's pretty interesting because we don't have that much content to go on. So it's going to be interesting what we build out. Maybe we do like a white and black approach, kind of like this. Maybe, yeah, maybe like that. So if we insert that. So the good thing about Elementor is it does really help when it comes to the whole trying to figure out a design aspect, really, and that's kind of why I like it for inspiration, because it really does help you build out something that you can use and just go with straight away, you know. So if I get rid of that, and then you have these, I think that's what we're going to run with actually. So if I get rid of that, and then you have this then as like a services thing. So then the idea would be you would get rid of community favorites, get rid of that container, and then you would have this then. So you can duplicate that and then just have our services like this. And then what I'll do is I'll ask ChatGPT make a sentence about the services. Let's see what it comes back with. So then just have something like this. Nice and simple. And then essentially what I would do then is I would bring this box back up like that. And then we'll have these then as the designated services then, because how it will look is it will look nice and simple. So you'll have your video like that playing. What I'll do is I will shrink myself up so you'll have the video playing like that with the request a quote, the accreditations, the services, and then like that, and then that drops in nice and simple. So what I'd probably do is the same with these images. So for now I think we'll just put in these basic ones like that, shrink them down. So yeah, there we go, like that. So they're, you can see them and you can make out what they are. So then if we get rid of that, and then duplicate, and then what we'll do is we'll duplicate it down that way. Nice, and then we'll get rid of that, and then get rid of that. So we have it like nice and simple, and it's sort of structured well. So then in here, basically what I would do is I would make different logos depending on what it is we're talking about here. So if this one is gas and boiler, do they have anything for that? Not really. Let me see. Do these have one? Plumbing? What's this? No. Service? What's that? There we go. So we could use something like that. And then have in there gas and boiler fitting. Like that. There we go. And that way then you have just a bit of a better idea of the service then, and I think that's kind of the approach that we're looking for. I think it's like a nicer professional way to approach it. So then if I duplicate that, duplicate, and then duplicate, nice, there we go. Now what we'll do is we'll make this image come in as well. So the entrance animation will be fading down like that. This one will fade in down as well. Fade in down. This one will fade in down as well. Fade in down like that. So we've got bathroom and kitchen renovations. So if we do this, has that got anything in there? It's got that, and then this one has it as well, like that. So that in there. Edit image box. There we go. And yeah, I do apologize, guys. That this is a pretty raw way of doing it, but I want to show you sort of like the design process. And I know it's boring, but this is the process of designing it. You know. Right. So what's this? Bathroom, kitchen renovation. So we could use that for that. Actually, that's not too bad. And then landlord safety certificates. Do we have anything for that? It doesn't look like it. Let me throw in the other images that we've got. So plunger and then heating. Not really. Okay, so what can we do for landlord safety certificates? Maybe that. Yeah, that could work. So if we do that at 25. Yeah, there we go. And then if we do this, what we'll do, we'll drag these down a bit. And then we'll change that then. So duplicate like that. And then bring that down. And then get rid of that. Get rid of that. So then this is a way that I would probably structure the services then. What I would probably do actually is these like that. There we go. So 2 at the bottom of each. Like that. And it's just little things like this, and this is one thing I suppose people don't look at when they design websites, is that this is only one part of the process. We've got to design this now for tablet and mobile, but what I think I'll do is I will fully design this page for you guys so you can see it, and then I think the rest I may do off camera, because it's just like trying to explain the process and everything. It's just a bit mental, I think. So if we do that, like that, and then what have we got? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got bathroom, landlord safety certificates, heating and radiator repairs, so we can use that for that. Heating and radiator repairs, like that, and then we'll go fault finding and general plumbing, like that. Nice. There we are. Fault finding and general plumbing, nice. And I think, to be honest, for like a services section, that's not actually that bad, I don't think. What I'd probably do is move this away and just have that, I think, because then what you have overall is, instead of having that section like that, when you scroll down you have this, and it's nice and interactive, I think. So what we'll do then, I may have to add some CSS here. Yeah, I'll tell you what, guys, right, because it's going to get boring, me coding stuff. I will leave it there. I hope you guys are keeping well. Hope you guys are keeping all right. Sorry, this episode's a bit long, but yeah, that's everything for episode 284. Hope you guys are keeping well, and I'll see you tomorrow for episode 285. Cheers. Bye for now.